All right. Gotta love the in-season cadence, you know? We see each other every day pretty much. This is great. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Mike, the message to the rookies, just how important is it that Sunday's not it's just part of the process? You know, you haven't
Yeah.
arrived anywhere, but it's more of the journey.
Well, yeah, it's a great point. It's how we want to operate. It's definitely, it's the first game. There's excitement as it should be. That's the message this week. But we're trying to play the the same thing we just did on a Friday practice. It's the same. Kind of sounds probably weird to some thinking, we expect to do it every time we go out there. It's a little bit different tempo, but the focus is the same, the intent's the same, and they should be excited for the opportunity. They have these guys have worked their tails off, and they've earned this opportunity to go let it rip.
I know you claim bad memories sometimes, but if you think back to the end of last season, do you feel like you've got the ability to have more confidence in the plays that you call on defense, or potentially a wider variety of things that you can call based off the additional time we've had with the guys?
It's interesting. It's going that way, definitely. Yeah. First game of the year, trying to keep it pretty tight, but our guys have been awesome in terms of understanding what we're trying to create. We've gotten some really cool stuff throughout. We'll see how much we can get to it into a game, see how the game flow goes. But yeah, the short answer is yes, for sure.
Is there any part of how you call games that's kind of refined or different because of the experience of last year and having to handle being a head coach as well? Or?
Well, I think it's kind of coming from the same area of we're just growing together, and our defense is evolving from what we're trying to create and from our personnel, and frankly, a lot of our opponents that we're playing are different than a lot of the opponent schemes that that this system has faced the last 2 years. So you got to kind of move and shift and stay up with the times and try to stay ahead of your competition.
How has calling defensive plays in the NFC West been different than the AFC North? Is there?
Man, yeah. Well, when Cincinnati was playing, they were heavy gun. It was heavy spread out. It was kind of like Peyton Manning-esque back in the day, like kind of pick you apart after the snap. The Steelers they've kind of had their version of their offense for a long time. When Todd Haley, just different. There's different trees of. Even though Cincinnati was coming from more of a West Coast background, they tailored it to the people they had. So it just kind of goes in different directions. Cleveland did a great job. They're kind of like the teams out here, out in the West. We're all familiar with the offenses that we play in our division now, and they kind of come from the same West Coast style of offense. But then they've taken their turns over time. So it's just different. It's just different. So at the end of the day, there's only so many plays you can run, but how you get to them, how you formation it, personnels that you use, tempos are really important. Just how they operate overall is just kind of unique to every team.
I know he's not playing this week for you, but what progress have you seen out of Chenna since he's been able to get back with you the last little bit?
It's the same story. I mean, it's hard to put a timetable on this guy because he just keeps beating it. He's ahead of schedule. I mean, he looks great. I think we just need some more exposure for him before we go do it for real on Sunday. So, but he's doing a phenomenal job. Looks good.
Did Derek get hurt in practice or something like that? Or?
Yes, just tweaked his hammy running a route. So.
You think Jake Bobo maybe more potential available next week, or what's the prognosis?
Hoping so. He looks good. It's just you got to clear the protocol. He's just in it right now. So, but spirits are positive, but we just needed to hit a couple more hurdles before we clear him.
Have you seen Torrey Horton kind of catching up with the time he missed? Obviously, for rookies, it can be hard to get this amount of time. Yeah.
Well, it's a challenge. It's a challenge for a rookie, but Torrey's done a great job. Staying up to par. I think Frizz has done a phenomenal job with him. Jake has. The rest of the vets in the room keeping up to speed, keeping the standard high. So, again, he's earned this opportunity, and I'm excited to see him play on Sunday.
With the exception of Anthony, that's the practice for you yesterday. You've had that starting line group together now for a while.
Yeah.
What kind of progress have you seen from a unit of 5 for them over the last 4 weeks or so as a unit to kind of coalesce?
Yeah, well, I'm excited to see them play. I mean, they haven't really played together in a live situation. A little bit in the Green Bay practice, Kansas City game. So, kind of itching to see them go out there and play for real. So, but they've, again, another group that's worked extremely hard, kept their head down, stayed together, practicing the way we want every day. I mean, it's just really excited to see them, go out there and go play our ball.
You guys were able to get the extension done with Dave
yesterday. Yeah, it was big
just
news.
Your thoughts on that after seeing the way he's fought back from the injuries and such since you first got here?
Yeah, it's a great point. I mean, we all know Abe's story, but I mean the resilience that he has, perseverance, toughness. It's really a tone setter for us for our offensive line. Him having his ties to the community is pretty awesome too, and we love him, and we're glad he's going to be here for quite a while.
Leo and Aaron both talked a little bit this week about how close the team is this year and some of the things that you guys have put in place, kind of off-field stuff to get guys, help the team ball on. But why was that important to you to kind of add to that element this year?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. I think the first thing that at the end of last season, watching teams in the playoffs, it felt like you're pissed off. You're not in the playoffs. You're watching the games. You're mad. That you should be in the game. You should be out there. And you think you can beat all those teams. It's kind of the natural. At least that's what happens for me. I don't know what happens to everybody else, but it just became it was clear to me, or at least I felt like it was clear that like those teams felt like they were connected and they were tough, and that's where we needed to get. And that's the team that we want to be. That's the initial vision we had, but just to help clear it up. And we've had a lot of people in our building feel the same way, and so it's been a fun process to try to get aligned and attack this thing together. And this is ultimately, we're heading in the right direction of the vision that we want to create for our organization, and that's exciting. But that's where it started.
To that point, Peyton Burns yesterday said Leo, Jaron Reed, and D-Law were the three amigos, with Murphy being the sidekick. Are you aware of that? Is that what you?
I haven't heard that yet, but makes sense.
How do you quantify tough, Mike? What do you look for?
Through, not around.
In life and in football?
You got it.
With Derek, are you expecting that to be a long-term thing with the Navy?
No, hopefully not. Hopefully we'll practice. We'll kind of get a better feel in the middle of next week.
Do you plan to have all three quarterbacks active Sunday, or?
Do you really want me to answer that, Bob, or can we wait till the game? Let's wait till the game. Let's wait till the 90 minutes. It's good for us there.
Okay.
Obviously, first game of the season's big time, but is there extra emphasis in this one since you're playing the 49ers at the last game of the season? So good way to get your start off.
Yeah,
in the
look,
conference.
I know. Again, it's just is what it is. We're playing a game Sunday. It's another opportunity for us to go be our best, and it's going to be awesome because it's in front of the 12s, which is a great atmosphere for us, and we're really excited about that. But I just think it's if you start chasing, gravity games and things like that, especially you're looking at a head coach that I haven't coached a playoff game yet. I haven't coached, you start saying games are bigger than they are, then sometimes you might get out of whack. So every game is big, and this is the next one.
I think earlier when we asked you about Tyrese and camp, you had said him having like a snap count, I guess, maybe on the table when we're ramping it back up. Does he need to be on one?
Let's just say it's on the table. It's under consideration. Yeah.
What kind of mindset do you need to have a through, not around mindset? Is that staying where you're at, where your feet are, and staying focused? I mean, I get the mind. But
That kind of is the mindset. It's like, look, are we going to avoid stuff? Are we going to take the easy way out, or are we going to do what's best for the team at all times? Are we going to go around blocks, or are we going to go through blocks? Are we going to run reverses all day, or are we going to run our offense? It's just you could take anything. Are we going to go through the process every day and do what's necessary for us to become a great football team, or are we going to take easy way outs and find shortcuts and do stuff like that? We want to be going through stuff. We don't want to be avoiding the right things to do at all times.
minimizing distractions as part of that as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's like an Einstein thing, as he said, keep everything as simple as possible, but no simpler. So he's a pretty smart guy.
So you kind of have some amount of control over how things go up until now, and then you enter the season, and there's going to be overreaction whether it goes one way or the other. How do you kind of prepare the team and yourself for what comes after the game?
Well, I think, you have to do a good job of understanding of what happened and why, and that's why we kind of debrief on Mondays. And not all wins you played your best, and not all losses you played your worst. So sometimes it's always somewhere in the middle, and you have to have that mindset. And it's kind of like I say is like just keeping your eye on the prize and where we're going to go. Hey, where are we? What do we need to do process-wise as a team to make sure we're staying in the right direction is kind of really the thought we have. But you start overreacting to things one way or the other. One, that's not good. People are, guys are watching. Like that's not how we want to do business. And two, it's just it's not the quickest way to get to where you want to get as well. So.
Big picture question with Jalen Milroe. Just what have you thought of the offseason he's had, and where do you feel like his readiness is to fill the role you guys envision?
He's on his way. He's on his way. The spirit, the person, the work ethic, the talent, all those things, love it. But he's going through the process of becoming an NFL quarterback. So up until that, but until those responsibilities are earned, we're going to be doing the things that he's great at right now and can help the team right now. And so that was the initial vision, and that's what we're sticking to.
What are you most curious to see that maybe you don't fully know until they play?
I wouldn't say curious. I'm excited to see our guys play. I mean, I just you go through each position group of what they've done and the work that they put in, and you're saying, look, like I can't wait to see you do X. Can't wait to see our kickoff coverage team. I want to see them, get off a block and make a tackle. I want to see our offensive line run off the ball. I want to see our offense operate the way I've seen it in practice every day. There's so many examples of things that you're excited about our guys having the opportunity to do on the stuff they've been training to do.
Anything else? Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.